If you are running on EOS, the Entrepreneurial Operating System, you have probably noticed something in the market. Some providers call themselves fractional COOs. Others call themselves fractional integrators. A few use both terms interchangeably. And if you are trying to fill the critical second in command seat in your business, that inconsistency is genuinely confusing. So let me settle it directly with you today. A fractional COO can absolutely serve as your EOS integrator, but whether the specific person you are evaluating is actually built for both roles is a different question entirely. And getting that distinction wrong is one of the most costly mistakes an EOS business can make. I am Fredrickson, founder of the COO Solution, and this is a question we navigate with almost every company running on EOS that we work with. And I want to give you a clear framework for thinking about it before you make any future decisions. So let's discuss where the roles overlap and where they diverge. Start with the definitions, because precision matters here. A fractional COO, Chief Operating Officer, is a senior operational leader who embeds into a business and runs the full operational function: marketing, sales, finance, operations, team. They build systems, they drive accountability, manage the leadership team, and remove the CEO from daily decisions. An EOS integrator is the person who runs the EOS operating system inside the business. They lead the level 10 meeting, own the scorecard, drive rocks to completion, and hold the visionary and integrator dynamic together every single week. Now, look at what those two roles actually require. Both involve running the leadership team, both require accountability across the organization, both exist to translate vision into execution and to remove the visionary from the day-to-day operations. The overlap is not incidental. In most growth and scale stage EOS businesses, the integrator and operational leadership seats are the same. When a fractional COO is EOS fluent, the two roles collapse into one. That is the ideal outcome. But EOS fluency is the critical variable, and not every fractional COO has it. Now, there are three conditions that make this work. When these three things are true, a fractional COO can step into the integrator seat completely and effectively. The first is EOS training and fluency from the inside, not familiarity with EOS from the outside, not awareness of the framework, actual operational experience running it. Someone who can facilitate a quarterly planning session, build and manage a scorecard, run a level 10 meeting with discipline, and navigate the issue-solving track without coaching. At the COO Solution, our fractional COOs are graduates of the EOS Integrator Masterclass. They do not arrive at your business needing to learn the model. They arrive ready to run it for you. The second is genuine wiring for the second seat. This is where many otherwise qualified operators fall short. The integrator role is not just operational, it is psychological. It requires someone who genuinely thrives in execution, who finds satisfaction in making someone else's vision real rather than generating their own, and someone who can absorb the organizational weight without competing with the visionary for leadership. That wiring is specific, and it either exists or it does not. And the third is business size. For most companies in the $1 to $20 million revenue range, one embedded fractional leader can carry both functions. The business does not yet have the complexity that requires two separate people in these seats. The fractional COO serving as the integrator is the right size solution for this stage. Now, we also have to address when it does not work. There are three situations where the overlap breaks down, and you need to know what they are before you engage anyone. If the fractional COO has no EOS experience, the ramp-up cost is significant. Learning the tools, the cadence, and the language while simultaneously running your business is expensive in both time and traction. This is a risk worth validating explicitly before you commit to an engagement. If your business has grown past the $25 million revenue mark, the complexity of running full operations and the EOS cadence simultaneously may genuinely require two people. This is less common at the growth stage, but worth recognizing as a future consideration. And lastly, if the visionary and COO dynamic is not right on chemistry and a wiring level, neither function will perform at the level it should, regardless of credentials. A technically qualified operator in the wrong relationship with the visionary produces far less than a well-matched operator who is slightly less credentialized on paper. This is why strategic and proper matching is not a nice to have. It is the foundation of whether the engagement actually works. So how do we at the COO Solution approach this topic specifically? We do not treat these as separate roles. For every EOS company that we work with, the fractional COO serves as the operational second-in-command integrator, including running the EOS cadence as a core part of their work each and every week. Before any placement, we evaluate three things: EOS fluency, integrator wiring, and visionary compatibility. All three have to be there. They have to be right. Skills got you to the conversation. Wiring and chemistry are what makes it last. As an example, one of our clients, Andrea De La Cerda, founder of Clover Agency, describes what this felt like on the other side. She had ideas constantly, but they were staying unfinished because there was no one in the seat with the capacity to take them from conception to execution. And after partnering with us at the COO Solution, that changed significantly. The operational seat was filled. The ideas started moving. And as she put it, the things that used to stay unfinished now actually get done. That is what the right combined seat produces when all three of those conditions are met. Here's the question worth asking. Before we close, the frame worth taking into any conversation you have with a fractional COO candidate. Do not ask whether a fractional COO can be an integrator in theory. Ask whether this specific person is built both for your specific business, EOS fluency, second seat wiring, and visionary chemistry. Those are the three essential variables. If all three are present, you have found your person. If any one of them is missing, you have found someone who can fill part of the seat, but not all of it. The integrator seat in your EOS business is too important to fill with a partial answer. If you are running on EOS and evaluating this question for your business, the right starting point is actually to understand your own visionary wiring before you start evaluating candidates. That is exactly what our fractional COO readiness quiz is designed to help you with. Take the quiz at thecoosolution.com to identify what kind of operational support your business needs, not just right now, but where you're headed. And then schedule a discovery call with me, and we will walk through and talk about what the right match and model looks like for your specific business situation. You bring the vision. We build the seat that makes it real. I am Fredrickson, and this is the COO Solution.